All right, we're talking equity, and a huge part of that is childcare. For many, the difference is between being able to hold a job and not having one. But here's the thing. The pandemic has tightened wallets and restricted providers, leaving millions of parents scrambling. Now, in Maryland, help may be on the way. The Child Care Provider Support Act is designed to help child care centers keep their doors open. So let's answer some of your questions about this, starting with, is this legislation really necessary? Well, according to the Center for Education and Workforce at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation, that answer is yes. The foundation says the pandemic has left millions of working parents scrambling right now. According to their surveys, 2/3 of working parents have changed their child care arrangements due to this pandemic, and the majority have yet to find a permanent solution, with many forced to leave their jobs because of it. And as for child care providers, they say the majority are small businesses, 94% are women, and 15% are Black-owned small businesses. And many say they are struggling.
My centers are struggling to stay open. It's been an almost 11-month struggle. We lost 90% of our enrollment from March to June of last year. At some point, the burden will become too great for a small business like ours to continue.
I can see that many of my families working daily wages cannot afford to pay. For how much longer can we do this? I don't think that much.
All right, so how exactly would this measure help? The Child Care Provider Support Act would create a grant program to help child care providers keep their doors open. Lawmakers say they hope it will either be passed into law or incorporated into a larger package. Right now, they're asking for $25 million in funding. The bill had its first hearing earlier today, and lawmakers say the next week or so will be critical to keeping it afloat.